हेलो फ्रेंड्स, वेलकम टू माय यूट्यूब चैनल। तो आज की वीडियो में हम बात करने वाले हैं आइल्स के बारे में। और इस वीडियो में हम लोग एक लाइव डेमो क्लास लेंगे जो कि आपका जैसे कि ओरिजिनल टेस्ट होता है ऑन द आइल्स स्पीकिंग डे, तो हम उसका एक लाइव एग्जांपल आपको इस वीडियो में दिखाने वाले हैं। तो वीडियो को एंड तक ज़रूर देखें, वीडियो को स्किप बिल्कुल भी ना करें, क्योंकि ये पूरी की पूरी वीडियो आपको एक रफली आइडिया देगी कि जो भी आपका आइल्स का एक्चुअल एग्ज़ाम होता है आइल्स का, चाहे वो आईडीपी का हो चाहे वो ब्रिटिश काउंसिल का हो, कि एक्चुअली उस दिन पे होता क्या है, कैसे आपका इंटरव्यू होता है और किस तरह से आपके जो क्वेश्चंस हैं वो आपको पूछे जाते हैं, कौन कौन से पार्ट्स में आपका जो टेस्ट है वो डिवाइड किया होता है और आपको किस वे में उसके जो आंसर्स हैं वो देने होते हैं। तो अगर आप ये चैनल पे फर्स्ट टाइम विज़िट कर रहे हैं तो इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लें और वीडियो को लाइक ज़रूर करें। इस चैनल पे हमने ऑलरेडी कनाडा के रिगार्डिंग बहुत सारी वीडियोस अपलोड कर दी हैं और इन फ्यूचर भी बहुत सारी वीडियोस रिलेटेड टू डिफरेंट सेक्टर्स हम इस चैनल पे लेके आएंगे। तो चलिए आज की वीडियो शुरू करते हैं। So now we are going to start your IELTS speaking test. Are you ready for that?
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So can you please give me your introduction?
Well, my full name is Mohammed Anas, and I belong to a small city named Malayakutla. And I'm 12th class student, and my hobbies are cooking, playing games, and watching movies.
Okay, what type of games you would like to play in your free time?
In my free time, I love to play both type of games, indoor and outdoor. In indoor games, I love to play chess and ludo. But in outdoor games, I like cricket and football.
In your secondary education, what type of subjects you have studied?
In my secondary, I studied a couple of subjects like mathematics, English, Punjabi, and social science.
Okay, can you please give me some knowledge about your hometown?
Well, it's a beautiful city and small city also, and there are many tourist attractions to visit. Like there are many parks and there are many historical buildings also. But there are also some drawbacks in of my country, like the transport system is very terrible. I don't like this transport system, and on the other side, people face many difficulties during travel by public transport.
Okay, now we are talking about newspapers.
Yeah.
So tell me some benefits of reading newspaper.
Reading news. Well, there are many benefits to reading newspaper. We can know about what is going on in the world and what is the new invention is created. And on the other side, we know about many views of writers. Right? We know about many different types of perspectives of a writer and what they think about world. And then these type of things we can know about.
How often you read newspapers?
Well, I read newspaper very often. Actually, I read newspaper daily, right? And in the early morning when I awake, and it's my hobby to read newspaper daily.
Do you think some of mobile applications are replacing the traditional newspapers?
Yes, definitely. Due to new technology in mobile phones, like with the introduction of e-newspaper, the printing newspaper lost their value. People used to read e-newspaper anywhere, anytime on their mobile, and they just throw away the printed newspaper. So we can say that printing newspaper lost their value.
Okay. Do you think mobile applications are better to read news rather than reading on traditional newspaper?
In my perspective, yes, it's definitely good than printed newspaper, because we can know about anything which we want in only a single click, and we know about some little news or large news, whatever we want and whenever we want. and we don't have to carry a printed traditional newspaper with us. We have mobile, then we read newspaper anywhere.
Okay, what type of applications do you use to read newspaper?
Well, there are a lot of applications on internet, but I usually use BBC News. It's a small application, and it's a great application, and it produce videos, photos, and articles. Article news is, so I usually use it.
Okay, now we are talking about cakes. Do you love to eat cakes?
Yes, I love to eat cakes, especially chocolate flavor, and chocolate flavor is my favorite, so that's.
Okay, have you ever baked any type of cake?
Let me think. Yes, I remember one time when I baked a cake with my siblings, and it was fabulous, right? And we made a vanilla flavor cake. It's a tiny cake, but it's a can say it's a beautiful, and it's a fabulous taste, and it was first again when I bake a cake, so it was a great experience for me.
Okay, at what occasions people usually cut the cakes?
There are many occasions like some parties, especially on anniversaries. People used to cut the cake, and there are new trend is open, right? People usually cut the cakes on New Year's or Christmas Eves. So this is new trend in our society.
Okay, in your hometown, people usually prefer to buy cake from the market or they usually bake at home.
If I talk about my hometown too, so people usually love to buy cake rather than bake it, because people don't want to trouble in how to bake cake, or they don't know too much enough time to bake it. So that's why they prefer to bake it.
Okay, now we are talking about weather or seasons. So, what type of weathers are common in your country?
In my country, there's several weathers. Some type of weathers like rainy, sunny weather, and cloudy weathers.
Okay, which is your favorite one?
Sunny weather is my favorite because on sunny days, especially in winters, I love it. Because in sunny days, we can do whatever we want, which we can't do in rainy days, right? In rainy weather. And in sunny days, I love to take sun bath, especially in winters. So I love it.
Okay, so what do people usually do in rainy weather?
In rainy weather, it's depend on person to person. Some people love to cook some dishes, which is usually people prefer on rainy weathers. But on the other side, some people don't like rainy season because due to this weather, they have to cancel their plans or postpone their plans, so they don't like.
Okay, can you please tell me something about your house? Do you live in a house or any apartment?
Well, now I'm living in a house, and it's a small house, and we have 3 or 4 rooms and 1 kitchen. And in my house, there is a rich work of furniture, and I love it. And there are many types of interior which I also got into hand. And on the other side, I usually love to spend my free time at my home with my family. So.
Okay, can you please tell me what is the difference between a house or an apartment?
House and apartment, there's a small difference between these both type of houses. In houses, we have our own terrace and our own plot, but in apartment we don't have our own terrace or our own plot. We have to share with some of our facilities with others, and in houses we also have some type of other facilities like a garden, right? A garden and parking lot. So that's
According to you, which is better one, an apartment or a house to live?
In my perspective, house is much better than apartment because in a house we can have our own garden or parking lot. So we don't have in an apartment this type of things. So that's why I prefer.
Many Indians used to live in apartments, especially in metro cities just like Bangalore, Delhi, Mumbai. Why is it so?
Because in metro cities, city don't have enough space to build houses, more houses. So that's why they tackle this problem with the apartments. They used to live in apartments to not spread the space, and in apartments, more and more people can live in a small space. So that's why.
Okay, now we are talking about books. Do you love to read books?
Yes, I love to read books. I love to read in my free time, especially in weekends. Because weekends I have a lot of time to
Okay,
read books.
what type of books you love to read?
Typically, I love to read adventure books, and because I have keen interest in adventure books and story books, that's why I love it. And since my childhood, I used to read it.
Okay, what was the last book that you have read?
Let me think. My last adventure book is Rathamore Adventure. It's all about a tigress, right? A tigress and its cub, and it's a fabulous story. And I read it in almost a week, and it's a short time for me to read a book. So that's why have keen interest in it, and I love its story. That's why I read this book in a short time.
Are the books for the age of just like I mean to say the books for the children or the youngsters are same or different in your country?
There is a huge difference between these both generations book. Like mostly children like storybooks and books which is has short articles, short chapters. But on the other hand, adult people like to read novels and biographies, that type of books.
Okay, now we are talking about clothing. What type of clothes you like to wear?
I like to wear Western culture clothes because I find it more convenient for me, and I love to wear it because people usually prefer this type of trend in my own country. So that's why I'm wearing with the trend.
Okay, who usually buy clothes for you?
Uh, I usually I buy my clothes on my own, and I usually about it on online shoppings, online platforms, and because on online platforms I can have a lot of discounts and a lot of offers, so that's why I use online platform and buy my clothes on my own.
Okay, are the clothes in your hometown are cheaper or costly?
In my hometown, it's quite costly. You can say quite costly because when we do offline shopping, so they charge us to middlemen and other transport transport costs. So if we buy online, so we don't have these type of courses, extra courses.
Okay, now we are talking about traveling. Do you like to travel to any place?
Yes, I love to travel. I love to travel to different kinds of places and explore new world. And I also like to meet new persons and share my own experience and
Okay,
share with
why
friends.
do people usually travel?
Uh, well, some people have a keen interest to explore new worlds and meet new persons. So that's why they usually travel because traveling is a major source to explore world in a better way and meet new persons. So that's why people
Okay,
usually
what are the benefits of traveling?
there is a lot of benefits. We can know about what is going in the world by by our own eyes, right? On the other hand, we know about others' feeling, others' perspective, and what people think about us and think about world, and what is the criteria of living, and how people how world is running in different sectors like industrialized and tourism and different kinds of sectors.
Okay, what mode of transportation people usually prefer to go from one place to another in your country?
In my country, people usually prefer trains to transport for travel because it is more cheaper and convenient, and people don't get exhausted during travel by trains, because in trains they can easily walk in a train, and they can easily meet new persons, so they can easily spend their time.
Okay, so now we are moving toward to second part of your speaking test. Now I'll give you a cue card or a topic on which you have to talk for at least 2 minutes. Okay, so your topic is talk about any person whom you like to meet in future. Talk about any person whom you like to meet in future. You have some time to make notes in your mind, then we will start. You can think about it. Okay, so are you ready for your cue card?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes.
You have to speak for at least 2 minutes on this topic. Okay, so start please.
There are many people by whom I want to meet in my future, and here I would like to talk about a person which is my idol also. His name is Arjun Bajpayee, and actually I never know about this person before, but on my last birthday, my close friend gifted me a book which is written by him, and which is all about his story, his life, how he created his interest to traveling, to hiking, right? Actually, he wrote in book that he influenced by his father, which was an army man at that time, and he also wrote about all the difficulties which he faced during the climbing Mount Everest, right? So, but after all these difficulties, when they climb Mount Everest, they get a biggest achievement of their life, of his life. So he appreciated himself that it was the biggest achievement of his life, and I also when I read this book, then I want to know about much more about this person, and I explore on the internet about this person. I search on it, and I know about various things, like he's on Instagram, so I followed him on Instagram, and I usually message him that I'm a fan, I want to be like you, and I want to get achievements like you. Actually, I'm also like traveling, and usually his videos help me to motivate me to make different tasks and achieve my goals. So due to these reasons, I want to meet him in future. Well, I decided last year to meet him, but due to lockdown, I was not able to meet with him. But now I want to meet. I'm crazy about to meet him in upcoming 1 or 2 months, and I'm planning about it, and that's why I usually message him that I want
Okay,
to
thank you so much for your cue card. Now we are moving toward the third part, the explanatory part of your speaking test. So I'll ask you some questions related to different fields or sectors. So you have to answer with full explanation. Right. Okay, so firstly I'll ask you some questions related to your cue card. Okay, why would you like to meet that person?
because I was motivated from this person, and I want to be like him, So that's why I want to meet him. I want to share my own feelings, and I want to know about much about this person. So that's why I want to meet him.
Okay, what will be the topic of conversation when you will meet to you that person?
When I will meet directly, I want to conversate with his achievements. I want to ask what is your biggest achievement. Are you consider to climb Mount Everest as your biggest achievement in your own? So it would be the beginning of our conversation.
Do you know him personally?
No, I don't know him personally, but I know him a little more about him, his personal life due to Instagram, because I followed him on Instagram, and he usually posts his photos and videos and personal videos on Instagram. So that's why I know about him or his family, his friend circles, and that's type
Is
of
he a famous person of your country?
Yes, he's a very famous person. Actually, he's many companies are giving sponsorship to advertise in their products, and to enhance the valueness of their products and stuff. So that's why he's a famous person, and he usually he runs some programs on TV, on National Geographic channel. So we can say that he's a famous person in my country.
Okay, now we are talking about global warming.
Okay.
So tell me something about global warming.
Global warming. Actually, it's a big crisis in these days, and we all human are responsible, in my perspective, for global warming. It is due to some type of pollutions, air pollutions, right? Air pollution is mostly created from vehicles and factories, and we all humans are responsible for these changes.
Why do you think we humans are responsible for it?
Because we create this type of machinery who create the lot of air pollution, and that's why I consider that we are responsible for this. And but we easily we easily can overcome this problem by using electronic devices, electronic machineries for traveling, or for industry sector. So by this we can easily overcome this problem.
Okay, are you doing something to improve the global warming by your own self?
By my own self, I reduce my my own self. I reduce to use vehicles which create air pollution, and tend to use electronic vehicles. And I think it's the only thing which I can do on my own, and I did it.
Do you think government should do something to reduce the global warming?
Well, in my perspective, government can do a lot of things. Like government can realize some rules, right? Like odd animal rule, which is created in Delhi, and it's a good rule for human beings to reduce traffic as well as air pollutions and vehicles which is run on the roads. And on the other side, we can also government also give the subsidy on electronic vehicles, so that people usually use electronic vehicles rather than this type of fuel vehicles.
Okay, now we are talking about money. Do you love money?
Yes, I love money. Every person love money, so that's why I'm also one of those persons.
Okay, so why you love money? Why people need money?
Basically, money these days become a basic need, a fundamental need of people. There's none of thing which you cannot buy money. So that's why people usually need money, and to about some fundamental things, to about their needs, to about what they want. So that's every people love it.
Some people believe that money is everything. What do you think about it?
I don't think so. Money is everything. We can buy many things for money, but there are some things which is not related to money, right? Like happiness. We don't know. We can't buy happiness. Buy happiness by money or health. We don't. We never buy health by money. And there is never nothing of connection with health, happiness, sadness, these type of feelings, and physical strength with money. There's no connection with these things.
Okay, now we are talking about the education system. Can you please tell me something about the education system of your country?
Yes, definitely. In my country, I think the education system is great. Government usually provide education in a cheaper price to students, and students tend to learn more and more things, right? And in past, people don't like to let their children to read to learn in schools. So, but this trend has been changed now. People usually encourage their children to learn, to go to school and get education. So I think the education system of my country is now great.
Okay, some of the institutions in India have turned their education system from offline or traditional to online system. What do you think about it? It is good for the students?
If you talk about classes, online classes, which is occurring nowadays, so I don't think so. It is good for children's. Usually, children don't focus clearly on online classes, but in offline classes, children focus clearly due to some reason, due to fear of children or parents of these type of things. But if you talk about gaining knowledge on online media, so it is a great change in the country. It is children also encouraged to learn knowledge about online media like YouTube and other Google and Wikipedia, so they can know about too much what they want from which they can't know about the teachers, and in their free time they can also search many things about their study. So in that way, it is good for children.
Some of the parents in India do not send their children in co-education schools. Why is it so?
I don't think so. It is occurring now because it is only the trend, past trend. In past, people don't let their children to study to get education. But now, in my perspective and due to in my perception and throughout news, people tend to let their children to get education in schools. So I don't think so. It is occurring now.
Okay, now we are talking about shopping. Do you like to shop anything?
Yes, I like to shop and things, but I usually prefer online shopping, and I love to get stuff on.
Why is it so? What are the benefits of online shopping than offline shopping?
By online shopping, we can save our time, and we can easily manage our time, and we can get best offers on a particular product in all over the world, which is a thing. So, due to these reasons, I prefer online shopping rather than offline.
Okay, do you think there are any drawbacks of online shopping as well?
In my perspective, yes, there is some drawbacks, like sometimes we get defect material or defective stuff, or we can we can take a wrong product. But there is also option to replace this. So I think this type of drawbacks I have overcome.
Okay, so this is the end of your IELTS speaking test. Thank you so much. तो जैसे कि आपने देखा कि हमने अभी एक लाइव सेशन किया आइल्स स्पीकिंग का, जिसमें आपको हमने दिखाया 1-on-1 कैसे इंटरव्यू आपका चलता है जो कि आइल्स के एग्ज़ाम में होता है। आपको इस वीडियो को देख के पता चल गया होगा कि कैसे कैसे क्वेश्चंस आपसे पूछे जाते हैं और आपको उनको कैसे अटेम्प्ट करना है, कैसे जवाब देना है उनको। तो मैं उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आपको ये सारी की सारी जो वीडियो है वो काफ़ी ज़्यादा इंफॉर्मेटिव लगी होगी। अगर आपको ये वीडियो अच्छी लगी तो इस वीडियो को लाइक करें, शेयर करें और इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें। थैंक यू सो मच।